Hey guys, it's Becky and I am back with another process video. Today I'm going to be using a Recollections paper pad. It is going to be this one right here. It is called Country Farmhouse. Now when I purchased this paper pad, it kind of reminded me of growing up. My parents got divorced when I was 5, but we lived in the city with my mom, or not really a city, it's kind of a town. And then my dad lived in the country, and so this entire paper pad just kind of reminded me of visiting my dad at his house. So right here I went ahead and pulled out one of the pieces of paper, and I am going to put gesso on it because this is kind of like a photorealism paper. It doesn't look like it maybe to you right here, but it is just like a photo of knitted, like maybe a knitted shirt, could have been a knitted blanket, I don't know. And I didn't really care for it, but I did want the blue. So I went ahead and toned it down with some gesso, and I thought I might want to put some mixed media on it. Here I'm pulling out some little bits and pieces that I think I'm going to use. These are from the cut apart sheet, and I do end up using a few of the pieces. I love that mason jar, and it does not make it. I am going to use this photo right here of my father. Now, I did pull out the Heidi Swap texture paste right here. It's the pink one, and because the paper I wanted to use for my background or my border is kind of a pinky peach, I went ahead and added a little orange. Well, I added too much orange, and I should have added some white to it, but I did not. I just added more pink. So when I go ahead and put it through the stencil and put it onto my background, it's too dark. I didn't like it. I will pull out some white acrylic paint, some white acrylic Dilutions paint, and kind of tap over the portions that I stenciled, and I still don't like it. This stencil, I don't know, it probably also didn't help with this. I mean, I like the stencil, but I don't like the stencil for this. Does that make any sense? It's more of a girly looking stencil to me. I don't know why. It just is. So here's where I pull out the white Dilutions paint and just try to tone down the color a little bit. That's still not going to work. I do end up ripping this up. Well, first I'm going to trim it down and put it on my background. Then I'm going to be like, no, I can't, because I was trying to go with it, right? So this is some paint I pulled out just to do some splatters. Anyways, I was trying to go with it, and I tried and I couldn't do it. So I am going to pull it up here in a minute. I do trim it down to 10.5 by 10.5 and stick it down and whatever. So this is a photo of myself and my dad that I'm going to be scrapbooking. And here lately, since I had my diagnosis, I've been thinking a lot about my dad, and I wish I knew more. I mean, it's okay. So my dad had cancer, but obviously his was a different kind. He had mesothelioma, so his was a big part of his was environmental. He had mesothelioma, and then it did eventually end up spreading through his entire body, basically. And he passed away in 2015. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that. And so I just have so many questions. Like, I want to know when he first got his diagnosis. I want to know how he felt. You know, things like that. Like, when my dad was diagnosed with mesothelioma, he only had a 6-month prognosis, and he lived many years after that. So he was truly a fighter. He was truly like, I do not want to go. Now, my prognosis is really, really good. They aren't even giving me a death time. They're just like, they're giving me okay, well, we're going to take it out and you're going to be good time. So, but still, even then, you're a little bit scared, right? Anywho, so I've been thinking about my dad a lot, and so I wrote him just a little note down there, and that's what this one is about. So I did go ahead and go through several of the pieces. This love was on a cut apart sheet, and I went ahead and fussy cut it out. That is going to serve as part of my title. And I also cut out several of the tags because, you know, I love tags, but I don't end up using any of the tags I cut out of the cut apart. I am going to go back and cut a tag out of a Tim Holtz die. Here's where I'm like, I can't work with this. I just can't. Now, I still do have this paper. It's laying over yonder somewhere. I think I might cut some tags out of it, and I'm going to try and work with it in the future, but it just wasn't working for me on this day. So I put this one down. It's kind of like clouds, khaki, and I don't know. It's just very cloudy looking type paper. It does have this little farmhouse at the bottom. Like I said, the previous one I cut 10.5 by 10.5. So this piece I cut 10.5 by 10.5 also. I cut off as much of that farm at the bottom as I could, but I still have this farmhouse. And I'm going to have to cover that up because that's also, it's no. No. So I am going to stitch around the border of that. And then I'm going to go ahead and layer up my photos. I do put it on that blue because, like I said, I did really want the blue. So I'm going to put it on this, and then I'm going to go ahead and back it again on that burlap paper. Now this photo, I think I've scrapbooked it before, but I don't care. The previous page I scrapbooked it probably went in chronological order, but this one will probably just go in the order where I made it, which was 12/30/2017. I put 12/30/2017 in pencil at the end of my journaling, and then down at the bottom I put photo 2015, so you can know when I was writing this letter to him, and you can know when the photo was actually taken. So right here I'm going to pop the L up on some foam tape, and then when I go back and do the V and the E, I'm going to pop the E up on foam tape. Right here I'm taking that total photo cluster apart. I decided I want to go ahead and wrap this photo with some crochet thread, and I had typed our names on the same paper that I did the journaling on, which was the same paper as the background. And I'm just kind of making them into banners, and I'm going to punch little holes and kind of thread it onto the twine. So there's a banner that says Troy Lee, because that's my dad's name, and then a heart, and then there's another heart, and then there's one that says Rebecca Lynn, which is my real name, and then another heart. Look at my dad, isn't he so cute? He's very Sean Connery when he got older. He was so cute. In his younger days, I have to do a layout with a couple of the pictures I have of him. He's very Elvis Presley when he was young. When he got old, he was very Sean Connery. So he was a handsome guy. I'm allowed to say that, right? I don't care. I'm saying it. My dad was a handsome guy. All right, so here I'm just threading that crochet thread with the hearts in our name tags. And that's just so I don't have to write our names on there. They're hanging right under our faces. So you know who we are, right? Alright guys, so a couple of days ago I got a notification on my phone. I have a lot of comments I still need to respond to. But I had got a notification on my phone that had a comment, and it said, "I love you," on one of my videos. It was my sister. Now, this is a sister, my sister Debbie. I didn't know she watched. I did not know she watched my videos. Maybe it might have been her first video she watched. I don't know. But she actually left a comment, and that's what she said was, "I love you." It was on my update video, you know. So, yeah. So now I'm going to have to watch my P's and Q's and make sure I don't talk smack. Ha ha. Just kidding, Debbie. I'm just kidding. So, yeah. That was pretty interesting. So, you know, a couple videos back I talked about how Susie showed my mom a video, and then now Debbie's commenting on videos. It's like, what? So that's kind of cool, right? Because most of my YouTube peeps, they're not people I know in real life. Zero. It's still a dirty secret from work. I know I thought my secret had gotten out when Mike was asking me about doing the videos for this project, whatever. Come to find out, that was a coincidence. He really didn't know. So, thank goodness. I mean, like if you search my name, if you Google my name, it would not be hard. Thankfully, to my knowledge, no one has really even been curious enough to Google my name. Thank you, baby Jesus. Happy birthday. Okay, so right here I'm showing you the stickers I use, and I use a tiny little khaki colored ones. It says, well, the title says love, and it says you and miss you. So that's what I spelled out right here. Here's that teal tag, and that's the one I cut out with that Tim Holtz die. I had fussy cut that ampersand out. It was hard because I cut the centers out too. Whew, that was a chore. I am going to go ahead and pop the top part of this tag up on some foam tape, and I'm going to stick it right down there to cover up that ugly old farmhouse that we do not need on here. Okay, that's not fair. It's not ugly. It's not ugly farmhouse. I don't know who designed this, but that's not ugly. It's just not what I need it to be right now. But I am going to put this ampersand, which I assume the same person designed, which is fabulous. I'm going to go ahead and stick that right there. And then I have this heart that I fussy cut out of the cut apart sheet as well. And this little guy, I'm going to pop up on some foam tape and sit him on top of that ampersand. It looks so cute. I love that. It's fabulous. Right here I'm showing you the Heidi Swap Color Shine in Tea, and I'm going to give that a generous splatter around the page. Then I'm going to pull out these dots. Do you remember a few videos ago where I was like, Jim was like, you want to go to Tuesday morning? So we went, and then I said I was going to do a haul. Well, before I was able to do the haul, that's when life exploded on me, and I just didn't. But these dots right here are one of the things I got at Tuesday morning that day. And I am going to use the teal color, and I'm just going to tuck a couple around. Like one I put over under that ampersand and heart, and then I put a few up at the top. I am using my tweezers to help me do that just because they're so small. And I have man hands. Don't judge. It's rude. Don't. So I'm going to go ahead and put those around the page. And guys, after I do that, I do not do anything else to this layout. I want to thank you so much for joining me and sticking in with me and being so supportive through my little challenging time. I really appreciate it, guys. Love you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.